For his September DIY lineup, Rion Garforth Fenter asked himself why you should have a garden wedding on a wine estate when you have a perfectly respectable garden at home. How to make the latter look like the former without blowing your entire honeymoon budget, this was the challenge.
Taking the garden route is an investment. Doing things at home, you're in your ultimate comfort zone. You're likely to feel confident and think creatively, like designer Anabela Gomes.
I love what you've done with the space. Thanks, Lorna. It took a lot of hard work, but it's finally come together, and we're quite happy with ourselves.
The key is realizing you can pull off charming wedding table looks. Susan Coton's cream tablecloths overlaid with crushed bronze taffeta set the scene.
Anybody can do this from home. Take pieces out of their garden and out of their home to be able to put this all together. All I've done was use the base plate to make it look rich. We've used little ropes around the napkins, which the bride herself has made.
You know how people just love to get involved when it comes to weddings.
Lorna, you don't need a wedding planner. It's in your own personal garden. You can get your family involved, and it's very, very cost effective.
During the planning stages, most grooms feel about as useful as a white crayon. So brides-to-be, give your guy something to make, preferably something requiring power tools.
You don't have to spend a lot of money to make something pretty. You only need a creative brain. So when you guys were talking about this garden wedding, I thought, what am I going to do for a centerpiece? I like recycling, and for those grooms out there, all you've got to do is get you some nice stones out of the garden. First thing is you need a good drill, and start with a, say, 7 or 8 millimeter drill bit, because you can't just start with a 15 or a 20 millimeter. You'll never get a hole in there. Then you go to a 10 millimeter, and then you do the final one. And remember, safety first, so never work without safety glasses.
It may look odd to the neighbors, but stranger things have been done in the name of love. Using the hammer function on his drill, Rion made short work of it.
Done. So now all you do, you take your clipping and you fit it into that hole there. As easy as that. And now you decide the color that you want to go. If it's going to be white, black, red, we are going gold. Just spray this branch. And what we've also done, you take the little card, and the cards are actually a wish card.
Your bride will love you for this.
So we've made some centerpieces for the guest table, but everything is dead. It's a rock and a dead branch, and I thought we need some life for the couple's table. So what we've got here is some arc roses. And what's so wonderful about these roses, you can give it 20 on that wedding day and never ever have to buy roses again, because you can take it out and go and plant it in your garden. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a small little flower box with wood, which I had. This is offcuts, so I need a piece about 1.5 meters. I had 2 pieces of this, and I also cut 2 pieces of 200 millimeters. First thing we do, we drill 2 holes.
For those who failed woodwork, drilling pilot holes prevents your screws splintering the wood.
Now the next thing we need is some screws. These are 40 millimeter screws. In that holes that you've drilled, you just put the screws in there.
Going DIY here leaves money to buy garden pots or flagstones to spruce up the surrounds.
And the last thing, I'm going to put the bottom on. We've got 2 pieces of plyboard, which I'm just going to take nails, and we're going to nail that on that side, and this piece there. So you can see, I haven't bought new wood, it's all recycled wood.
Whilst watching your thumbs, think of music you want at the wedding. It's the soul of the party.
All we need to do now is to put some gold spray on it.
Unlike flower arrangements, these plants are not going to wilt in 24 hours, and they settle in very well with just the bag soil they came in.
And that's it. Now your wife got roses for a lifetime.
Since they're living plants, not cut flowers, look to nurseries for ideas on different arrangements. As for the ceremony,
some religions require a canopy or a roof over the heads when a couple is getting married. So what we've done here is to build our own one, but you don't have to build your own canopy. You can actually use an old gazebo, or you can hire something in. What I've done here, I've used some metal pipes, and because it's a garden wedding, I used the trees. I've just put a pipe in the trees and cable tied everything down, and now I need a little bit of feminine help to do the draping. I think Anabela and Lorna is just the right people to do that.
Oh, we are get along, please.
You can't go wrong with bright white organza. If it's an evening event, then hire some fairy lights to string around the structure before draping. Or weave branches and flowers into the mix for a garden bower design.
There you go, the perfect wedding in your own garden. Now, Anabela, where's my Romeo?
Other pointers, get a DJ with a good disposition. Get the neighbors on your side, and you'll be sure to start a DIY wedding revolution.